Hello everyone, I'm Shraddha Sahu and today I'm going to present my views on how competition is a formula for mediocrity. Have you ever been told that competition is a good thing? That it builds character? Well, guess what? Contrary to what you've been told, competition is not healthy. In fact, it breeds mediocrity and failure. It is for followers and imitators rather than leaders and innovators. Leaders don't have to compete because they set the pace and make the rules for everyone else to play by. While those people compete for the sales, the leaders close the deals. If you're willing to settle for second, third, or fourth place in the customer's mind, then go on and compete. But if you want to be a winner, then you'll want to focus on dominating the market. The truly successful think and act in terms of domination. While you can find several quotes saying that competition is a good thing, that it is healthy, let's see what Jack Welch, former CEO of General Electric, has to say about it. Number one, cash is king. Number two, communicate. Number three, buy or bury the competition. It is clear that leaders do not compete, rather, they lead. Similarly, Henry Ford says competition whose motive is merely to compete, to drive some other fellow out, never carries very far. The competitor to be feared is one who never bothers about you at all, but goes on making his own business better all the time. What does competition breed? It breeds mediocrity, it breeds complacency, it breeds failure. I don't know why it surprises me because it's so common in business organizations, but it does. What disturbs me most is when complacency comes disguised as success. The problem with complacency is that it sets the stage for boredom and disengagement. If you're content with mediocrity, then I suppose that's okay. It's certainly comfortable and unrisky, but not for long. I'm not advocating a false sense of urgency whereby you shake people up with fear and deadlines. Business isn't going to cure it. But what is? Do you ever wonder what type of organization are we breeding? Are we breeding organizations where there is discipline but little room to think differently, no room for creativity? Or are we breeding organizations with only do managers rather than think add value managers? Or are we breeding mediocrity instead of nurturing thought leadership in our organizations? Think about it. So, what does competition inside an organization give fruit to? First of all, it gives envy and insecurity. What happens when the coach or mentor who must nurture talent becomes insecure of his bright subordinate employee or mentee? He insists on absolute control over everything in the department. He won't delegate any meaningful authority. He constantly interferes in the work of his staff and second guesses are the order of the day. He constantly defends his position, and every question or hint of criticism is treated as a challenge to his worth and authority. He keeps changing the goalpost to keep his subordinates off balance. The second thing is credit and blame. He would bring in consultants to think instead of growing thinkers. He will climb the wall when subordinates make a mistake, but when he fouls up, he will blame it on someone else. He is who we know as the very successful boss who is highly skilled at taking credit when things go well, and not only deny blame when things head south, but actively finds heads to roll. The third thing is he is the superficial and the sublime. The culture an insecure manager perpetrates is about appearances. It need not be good, it should look good. And by the way, this guy can make anything or anyone look good. He actively promotes the mediocre, both staff and managers. He makes sure he's politically correct always in what he says during his speeches, but make no mistake, he will manage to get his nephew a job under the table before you know it. In short, insecure managers create insecure and mediocre organizations. Now, what you should look out for. First of all, if you see that there is no disagreement or alternative options being suggested, then your organization is falling into mediocrity. Second, question yourself that is there enough trust to enable unfiltered communication? Do the team members put the organization's needs ahead of their own department? And can every employee, from the CEO down to the janitor, accurately articulate the company's brand promise? Well, these are my views and questions regarding to how competition can be a formula for mediocrity. Thank you for watching this video.